ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this webinar regarding Meridian. First of all, this will be recorded, and I will do it in English, as we do have some Swedish attendees as well. If anyone during this session should have any questions, please just unmute yourself and ask the question. So I will start, and first of all, I've done an agenda here where just a very short presentation of concurrent and also symmetry and the partnership that we have, and then a short presentation, PowerPoint presentation of Meridian as a system. What can we expect? And then what it is we all are here for, a demo of the system, so you all can see how it works at all. First of all, Symmetry as a company. Most of you most likely know us, but we are many people, plus 300, and we service more than 100,000 users and have a pretty nice revenue of close to 1 billion Swedish crowns. And our offices are all over in the Nordics, also in England, Brexit or not, but they are there. And we have a development office in Sarajevo. So this is how we look at a map. And if we should do the same with the concurrent, which is former Blue Cello. It was acquired. Blue Cello was acquired by concurrent in November 2017, which means that it's all of a sudden became a part of a very huge company, and they service more than 10,000 customers. It's quite a lot in this segment. They do have more than 1,200 employees and are based in 150 plus countries, which basically means they are all over the world. Concurrent as a company does asset management inside a lot of different businesses, and therefore Meridian and Blue Cello fits very, very nice in the concurrent product portfolio. If we look at Meridian, it has its strength in different kind of customer segments, and what is very, very strong about Meridian as a system is that it is integrated in a lot of different applications, and it manages data and objects, and I'm going to show you a lot about that. So just to increase a little bit, Meridian as a system has its focus in 5 different industries, which is oil and gas, pharmaceutical, chemical, utilities and infra, and mining. But this is only, what can you say, this is only where Blue Cello or concurrent has been focusing the system, but it is a very strong solution to manage documents in actually any other business that you can imagine. Technical docs best, but any other business, yes. So we are going to look at a system where the purpose of the system is that we want to be able to handle all kinds of documents, electronic documents, so to speak. And we also want to secure that the access to all these documents are easy and in a sense way. So people can find the documents very easy and very fast. And it must be easy to use, and it must be easy to understand for the users that uses the system. That is the goal of the system, has been since the ever first application was built of Meridian in 1998. Nowadays, the system is built to solve a lot of different pains. Some of them is in the list, but one of the main one is the revision management, and the workflow management of the system is very strong and actually pretty unique for any system that I ever know. So it takes care of a lot of pains in the daily work of document management. We position Meridian as, it's a document management system, yes, but it is also an asset lifecycle information system. Strong and long sentence, but abbreviated to ALN. It means that you will be able to control all documents as long as they live together with the lifetime of assets of almost any asset management system. We do have our strength in integrating into asset management systems, but I will show you that later. If we look technical, it's a cloud-based system, Meridian. It can be a hosted cloud. The software is in Microsoft Azure on a US server, or different many US servers, but it is hosted in US, and it is what we call a business cloud, where we have a standard solution, and we have access to integrate at the moment some few CAD system, but later on this spring all of them, and also the Office documents. But if you need further integration, you just sign up for the Enterprise Cloud, and the Enterprise Cloud is it's on-premise installed server where we can host any solution, any configuration with any integration to any CAD system, more or less. And then we have our mobile client, which I'm going to show you a little bit later as well. So to speak, the integrations, we integrate with all the major CAD systems, like Revit, Inventor, MicroStation, SolidWorks, also the PNID and Plant from Autodesk we integrate, and the major asset management systems, SAP, Maximo, Ultimo, things like that. The integration to the asset management systems are very configurable, so we can implement in any system that has access to deliver a web page, then we can do. Meridian is based on subscription licenses, which you sign up for the number you want to sign up for. It runs for a year, and then you just re-sign up, and it's actually pretty easy. I have selected just a few of our existing customers. There are customers inside more or less all of the key segments, and I know some of them are attending today, and some of you hopefully sign up later on, so we will see about that. So this is our customers. So actually, before I turn into to demo the system, I would like to hear you. Do you have any questions? Okay, everything is crystal clear, so I will just continue to do the demo. And in the demo, we will see a little bit about the cloud, the clients, the business template, the properties, the renditions, the viewers, the integrations, which is what we're here for, objects and some asset integration with SAP and Maximo. So I will start up a client. During this presentation, I am online with a current demo cloud, which means that everything you see is happening in the cloud on the server based on Microsoft Azure. I will start up the Meridian Power, which is, for those of you who knows Meridian as it is today, this is, I just need to make it close. This is a new kind of client. Anyway, if we look at the pages here, we do have a general page for document properties. We have a general page for renditions. We do have, if the drawing contains different layouts or different sheets, we will have a list of them here, and then we have the general properties here split it up into two different pages and one for the tag. So if I'm going to look what is happening on the document, I just push the viewer, and the viewer will start up in a short while here. And what we are looking at here is the PDF representation of the document. Every document has two files included to the registration. One, the native one, which we're working on, and one, a rendition. So we are able to look at it in a PDF viewer, and this has its very big advantage because we're using a viewer called PDF Tron installed on the server, which means that you don't need any installations. If you just need to view the document, then you can call the client and you can just view the document, actually. So there you go. Well, this is the picture of the standard implementation. So we will just start with this. We do have a standard folder structure where you have archive documents, documentation, library, and where we are going to focus a little bit now is the masters documentations. Here we have a representation of just AutoCAD document, but it could be anything. And if we look at the pages, the standard page document, you will see just a little working sign here, which means that we do have a project copy out in the system. So if I want to go to the project copy, I can just push here, or I can say, okay, I know, and then just continue. Just to show you a little bit of how this works, I would go to the site of Ninsk Electricals and say, okay, I have this CAD drawing. I would like to work on it. So I just create a project copy, and by default, I do have my own project in the project site. So I will just ask for that. And now I do have the working copy of the document here. To be able to work on it, I will start up my workflow and just make a working copy for this. If there are any references in this document, they will be resolved to this new working copy, and whenever I open this drawing in AutoCAD, it will be a complete drawing anyway. I will do so. Just open the drawing here, and it will be cached in the system. It will be downloaded to my computer in my local workspace automatically, and it will start up in AutoCAD, which means that I have all the speed of my local computer, and I'm ready to work. If I want to communicate with the board while editing, for example, if I want to get in touch with Meridian properties, I do have a ribbon, and I can just access the command edit properties, and then I will connect to the Meridian properties, and I will be able to go and edit something. Lighting plan number 1, for example. So at this moment, I just updated Meridian site, but also I updated the title block. Come on, Julie. It should have. No, it is not updated yet anyway. Anyway, this is a two-way communication, so it should be communicating with the Meridian database, and if the title block is a part of the Meridian setup, it will be updated anyway. If I go back, you will see I do have this to-do sign here, which means that this is an editable. Document, and just go and close it in AutoCAD. Then it will be transferred back to Meridian, and whenever I want to, it will be unlocked. Let's see if it has it. Yeah, it has. So now I will be able to start a review of the drawing, which means that I can send the drawing to review to any participant in the projects, and then if implemented, and it is mostly implemented, then the reviewer will just get an email notification telling that now this document is for review. And this brings me to if I not is in the office, if I am out or something, then I will be able to look at the document on my mobile phone. And I'm going to show you this. So what you're seeing here is a doublet of my cell phone, and I can go to the Meridian app. I can look at my to-dos. An unexpected error. You know, this is a demo, so everything can happen. But anyway, here I will have a document for review, which is exactly the one that we are looking at in the application. And here on the phone, I will be able to start up the viewer. I will be able to zoom up. I will be able to browse around the drawing. I can, if my rights are sufficient to it, I will be able to redline and things like that directly on my phone. And when it's done, I can say, okay, I will just approve the document directly on my phone. I have possibility to get to create comments. So now the document is approved. I can go back in the client here, just do an update. And the document is simply just now approved. So I can use my cell phone, or I can use an iPad. I can use any Android tablet or phone to do so. It just needs a download from the App Store or the Google Play, and then you have the client. So Meridian is actually is an easy search document tool, and I'm going to close down a bit here because I was going to tell you a little bit about objects. Objects are tags, asset tags coming from the asset management systems around either SAP or Maximo or Ultimo, and they can be integrated into Meridian and ready for use. If you want to create the objects yourself, it is a normal document type in Meridian, so you can just create objects. It is in a structure like a folder structure, but it is also possible just to search, and the search in Meridian is pretty fast. So here we have an object tag for 11415, and any object tag has its own information coming from either the asset system it is synchronized from, or from the user itself. Now this is an object coming from the Maximo system, and in a little while I'll just show you the same, actually just coming from a SAP system. It's pretty easy to go back and look at the structure where it came from. So I will just minimize this a little bit, also this one. Then I will log on to the SAP system. This is an online SAP. It's a SAP PM. I will log in as the Honorable Mr. Smith. Like this. And I will take a look at the notifications. I know I do have a notification like this. And it is an incident. There's a pump that could not be started and the incident has been registered in SAP. And now, which documents from Meridian should describe what to do? So I will just press the document, and the Meridian Explorer client is opening, and it will just show me those documents which is attached to the object tag from Meridian. I can go into the document itself. I can look at the properties. What kind of document is it? And also I will be able to just start up and look at the document. And here we actually don't need any Meridian installations, because it is this pre-described PDF Tron Viewer, and we do have access to the PDF file, and we can just look at it. We can, if we have permissions for that, we can print the document out if needed, or we can just look at it. If we need to, we can add some comments to this document. So the next user using this and viewing this document will be able to see, and will be able to see the comments that I just added to this file. Looking at the file itself, we will be able to see yeah. I will do it again, I think. If we look at the drawing itself, we will see if there should be any more tags related to this. And now if I go to this tag, this specifically tag, I will see those, but I would like to show you how it looks like in the Meridian application. So I will go here, and I will just make a search for this ZPW-1. So here we are in the Meridian client. We will have the tag. I will be able here to see which documents relates to this tag. This operation is done in Meridian or in a batch command. And what if you look here, say, oh, there are so many more documents that we cannot see in the link from SAP. Yes, but they are under revision or under control, so you will only see the documents that are released and ready for use in this. The system can be set up so you can see them all, but in this particular case, you only see the released one. If I go to a document here, this document, I will be able to see which tags are related to this document. So if you look at it, it is it's a function related and very much alike the one you see in the SAP application. If I want, I can add more tags here. Just put in a letter. Then I will see a list of tags that includes a set, for example, and I can just very easily say I would like to link up these tags as well. And now the tag doc relationship has been updated in the Meridian board. Then there's some task in the background synchronizing from Meridian into the repository, which is combined with the SAP or the Maximo system. So, what can I show you? Meridian has different scopes in the user phase. And what is a scope? A scope is a definition of what you see in the screen. We can turn on and close the visibility of certain commands, so the desktop will be customized equivalent to the roles and privileges that a certain user group has. Which means that if you are a viewer, we can disable all the startup commands, so you only will be able to view and perhaps redline the document. So it's a very good. I think we only have the client scope here, but it's a very nice facility to to make the system an easy looking system to use. So you only have the commands and the possibilities you are allowed to use. Let me see in my notes. I think this. No, I have one more thing to show you. And if we look in the projects area and go into this project here, the project data itself. If you look at the project's metadata. Yeah, in a way. This will communicate with the Meridian 360 portal, meaning that if I go to my startups page here, start up the portal, I will land up in a landing page where I can see if I have any new projects. Yeah, I'll just sign up in my Google account. This project cloud works together with the Google, Microsoft, Azure AD, or we do have a SAML logon, which means that we can use the same logon as any you use to log on to everything. If we look here, I can start up my project. I will reach my packages. I will see here in my inbox in the system. I do have a package for adding new data. I could look at it. And in this package, there are two different documents. If this has been sent to external users, they will be able to download documents or actually view the rendition of the document. On those documents here, there are no renditions. But also you will be able to upload documents to this. I could just to show. PDF file. And then it's just uploads here, and if I go to the package, you see now we have another document in the package by me. So here we can upload, download, send packages for review. We can view the documents if needed, and actually we can communicate with external parties, not having Meridian with this functionality. Inside Meridian, if we go on a project, let's see, we will be able to download packages, which means that we can take packages from the portal and download them directly into Meridian, and then we will be able to control whatever needed. Also, we will be able to send out single documents into a review package and make that as a part of the document workflow. Speaking of workflow, this is the standard workflow in the business template, where a document will be started and be under change. Here we can, depending on the importance of the document, either issue it directly or put it into a review, or send it out into the portal so external parties can download it and use it. And then when we receive the packages, it will end up in the review, and then we can do all the workflow states until it ends up as an issued document. An issued document is an approved and released document in the system. If we go down and look here, we will be able to see the different transitions in the system, and we will be able to see which ones are allowed and which ones are not allowed. This quick issue is not allowed in this situation because there are some properties that indicates that this is an important document and it really needs to be reviewed before we can release it. For everyone of the new the yellow ones here, they represent a state of change, and for each of those we can do different kind of things in the system, among others to send email notifications to the next to-do person, actually. So it's pretty nice. Let me go back to the properties. If there are different revisions of the document, we do have the revision historical here. And as you see, the document we are working on at the moment, it has minor revisions. So Meridian will work with major and minor revision. Next revision of this document will be a D2, D3, D4, as long as you continue with that. When it is released back to the as-built area, it will increase the revision there from C to D. Or if you have another kind of revision method, it will we can turn it around. So when you do a project copy, it is C123, and when you release it to the as-built area, it will be named D. So Meridian will have control of every single revision in this system, which means I can go back and I will here I will be able to well, I can just say give me the revision C, and then I can look at it. Actually, this is the revision C, where it comes from, and that is actually where we came from, and this is a very nice place to conclude the demo of the Meridian system, at least for now. So I would like to go back to this and just say, well, I tried to show you this cloud clients, business templates, properties, and so on, integration, and so on. Do you have any questions? Please unmute yourself and give the questions to me. No questions at all? Well, then Marcus, please. I have okay.
Yes, I have a question, and that is, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You have a lot of fields for structuring your documentation.
Yes.
On all these. Are those preset, or is that up to the customers to build up all this logic for finding the correct document and all the connections between documents?
Both are possible. In this solution, in the business template, they are just simply there. But you can always, when we configure the system, take a lot of them away and add some other ones to the system. Meaning that we can add any property you want, or we can remove any property you want. So it's purely configurable. So
I believe that those are the knowledge or the intelligence in the system, how you build up this structure of categorizing your documents and.
Yes, it is, and it can be taken as is, or it can be redefined so it matches your company's wishes totally.
Yeah, so there is a standard setup that could be used.
Yes, the configuration you saw here is a standard business template, and it follows the system if you want.
Are those according to any standard, or are they just logical in somebody's mind?
It's more common use experience of the system among the last 20 years, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
So it is.
Experience.
It's experiences, and this is what customers want the most, and it defines more or less how most of the systems in general around the world has been set up, and then it is combined into this business template. well knowing that
Okay.
well knowing that there will be adjustments to every company. But then you have something to discuss from.
Yeah. Is that something that the clients can do themselves, or do you need to help with these configurations?
I will give you the political answer here.
It depends.
It depends, yeah, exactly. In Meridian, you have a configurator module, and here everything is built. And as a customer, you can train yourself. You can train yourself to learn how to do this, or what is very common that we together build your solution, and then you take over the management of the configuration afterwards. That can be a solution as well.
Yeah.
Unless, I should say, if you are validated, if you're running a validated system, then it must, every change must be validated. If you are in the pharmaceuticals, for example.
Of course.
But you are not.
Yeah.
No.
No.
But that is the only limitations. It is doable. After all, we have learned it, so therefore everyone else can learn it as well. So it's not that difficult.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Anyone else? Don't be shy. It seems not to be the case, so therefore I will say thank you for this attending this webinar, and I hope you, in spite of starting off problems, had something reasonable out of it. And if you have any questions that just come to your mind, don't hesitate. Give me a call or an email, and I will answer everything. The recording of this will be published in a way, and also I will send you the PowerPoint so you can see what we went through. So thank you for attending, and I'm closing down the signal now. Great. Bye.